question poke out.
Uh-oh. Hey guys, how's it going? What is it, Thursday? Happy Thursday. I took yesterday off a little bit because I was doing another speaking engagement, so it turned out really well. They didn't actually film it, which was really depressing because I actually did really well with it. But welcome to another day of To Speak My Truth. Little Sam Smith, Calvin Harris here. I'm actually very excited for today's To Speak My Truth because it's somebody that I've actually never met in person, and it's somebody that I've always wanted to interview and get to know, and I'm actually very, very excited. She's a pole vaulter for Canada, and I'm really actually nervous because I don't know her personality at all, so this is completely like brand new, but she's on and I'm going to add her so that we can get started. I can find out all about her. If I can get my life together here. Hey girl!
Hi! Mine is so bright.
My applause over here. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. The lighting is hitting your face, girl. Yes.
I'm sorry.
You're totally fine. You look phenomenal. You look so blessed. Get it, girl. Yes.
Thank you.
This is your time to shine. It's lovely to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. I know. I've heard good things.
Oh, good. Thank God. Then all the people that I'm paying off, it's all working out for me here.
Yes.
How are you doing during all of this?
I'm good. Actually, I have equipment and I have facilities to train. So mentally wise and everything, I'm doing all right.
Oh, good girl. Yes. Good. And where are you right now? What state are you in?
I'm in Texas.
Oh, yes, honey. We're in Texas.
Yes. So I'm in New Braunfels. It's outside of San Antonio. It's nice and warm here. I've been going to the lake and the river. So
it's lovely. That is so wonderful. I've seen so many of your posts and I'm like, where is it that it's sunny and glorious and she's just outside living her best life?
Yes.
And I'm in New Jersey in Wildwood. So it'll get nice, but it takes a little while. Like it's like rainy and miserable for so many days. And like this is like one of 2 days that have been sunny and I'm like, oh, let me get the good lighting. So I'm glad that it's good for both of us for right now. And I'm glad that you have the equipment. Now, is that something that you always wanted to have, or was it because of this? Like for me, I don't have equipment. I had to go out and buy and borrow and stuff. Is that something that you've already had because that's what you wanted?
So lucky for me, my coach already had an entire setup at the facility that I train at. So she already had like the barbells and the lift rack and dumbbells. I mean, she already had pretty much everything that I use at the gym already. So yeah,
that's
so,
amazing.
I don't have it personally, but I'm using my coaches and it's really easy.
And you have a pole vault facility, correct?
Yes,
you've been continuously pole vaulting.
Yeah, so outdoor facility. I have a track that I have access to.
Oh, so wow.
I know. I feel really blessed and really lucky that I have
absolutely
pretty much everything that I need. So.
Oh, that's great. And is the facility close to you where you are right now?
It's about 45 minutes, so it's not that far. And I'm out there all the time as it is anyways. So
you live at the training facility.
I mean, this is Texas. Everything is far. So
yes, I did realize that. I went to Texas. I had a layover once, and I'm from New York and then in New Jersey. So everything is so quick. And when I landed there for the layover, I was like, damn, there's a lot of space out here. Like it takes forever. And were you born in Texas? Is that where you're from?
I was born in Texas, but I actually grew up in New Mexico.
Oh, okay. So you're used to the South. You are used to space, and that's just your. And I'm going to say a little bit of a chill, more relaxed pace of life.
Yeah, I'd say so. Definitely not like major city, everything fast moving, anything like that. For sure.
I got you. I got you. Okay. So now I'm just catching up and trying to find out about it. Guys, if you have any, sorry, I'll just be making this mad comfortable. If you guys have any questions, please go to the little box. You'll see a little question mark with a square around it. If you click that, you can ask her any amount of questions. And I want to make sure that I am pronouncing your name correctly because I be messing up and I'm going to be real genuine. It's Anicka. Anicka.
Yes.
Wow, that is fabulous. Anicka.
Like Monica without an M.
I love it. Anicka. Okay, great. Awesome. So I'm glad I didn't introduce you incorrectly. I didn't even get a chance to really, because as soon as I saw you, I was like, let me add her. Anicka. Oh, yes. Wow. That is fabulous. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Okay.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, no, I am so excited because it was something that I've seen your journey. I've seen your posts. I've seen your pictures. And I was just like, damn, she's a badass. And I just feel like I would love, and I always shoot my shot. So I'm just like, let me see what happens. She's going to be like, who this bitch? I don't know who you are. Like, get out of my DM.
No, because I already followed you too. So when you reached out, I was like, yes, please.
Well, I'm so glad that you weren't like this freaking creeper. Get out my DMs.
No, I feel like I look really kind of intense, but I'm pretty approachable.
Okay, awesome. And I wondered that because that is a misconception that I had with Natasha Hastings. So when I first met her, I was like, oh, she hates me. She really just hates my life. It's fine. Doesn't smile at me, whatever. And then like, I met her because we have the same club team. And she was just like, oh, no, I'm just shy. And I was like, what? And it was so crazy to me that she even said that because I was just like, you're shy, but you're in the public eye. And it seems like it's something that I'm working on. But yeah, I'm just shy. I'm not going to approach you first. You have to approach me and I'll start to talk to you. So do you feel like you get that perception of like, I come off as like, I don't like you or kind of like resting bitch face?
I definitely have a little bit of the RBF.
Okay.
And at meets, I feel like specifically I get my like focus face.
Yes.
Like the eyebrows and everything.
Yeah.
This intense look. So people are like, oh my gosh, she's scary. And I'm like a nerd. So
I feel the same way. I'm always like, I'm a nerd. Y'all can talk to me about anything.
Exactly. Like, come talk to me about whatever.
Yeah. Well, now I know, and that's good to know. I mean, again, in competition, it kind of annoys me when certain people like are like, "Ooh, take a picture" and stuff. I'm like, I still have to compete. Can we do this after the fact? So I feel like I'm a little standoffish before because I'm just like, I need to still do something. But afterwards, I'm like, hey, let's take a picture. Let's take a picture.
Let's get a drink.
Yes, I'm always about that. I'm like, where's the bar? I'm done. Win or lose, it's a great day. So let's go to the bar.
Exactly.
And so I did want to ask you about, again, a little bit more about your personality and getting to know you. Where did this confidence come from? Because I know that for me, when I was younger, I wasn't always this person. I grew into this person. So tell me a little bit about that journey of just you being confident in yourself and, you know, being a woman, empowerment from Canada and representing your country.
I feel like I've always kind of been true to myself. Even when I was younger, I did gymnastics.
Okay.
The floor routines that we would do, a lot of, you know, my teammates were real serious doing them. And I was like,
yes, here I am.
Just kind of over the top, flashy and goofy always. So I feel like I've just kind of kept that persona the whole way through my life. And definitely with sports, I feel, you know, it's like obviously when you're winning, you feel really good.
Yeah.
But, you know, I work hard. And so when I do succeed, it's like, you know, you feel kind of like a badass.
Yeah.
So I just
you get that little bit of a twang, that little swagger.
Yes, like that little extra boost, little pep in your step. So definitely that's just kind of been me my whole life. But yeah, I feel like every bit of hard work I do that pays off. Like that's my confidence.
Oh wow, that's amazing. And I love it. And I looked a little bit on your stats and stuff like that. When it comes to the pole vault, are you, I know as an athlete, we're never satisfied of where we are because we always want to get better, but are you happy with the progressions that you've made to this point?
So really the only, I guess, place where I'm upset was last year. I did not do what I wanted to do. I was definitely really upset with myself, even with my work ethic. And I'm a very motivated person. And last year, I just felt like I lost a little bit of my edge. So this year, I've been getting it back, and I'm super happy with where I'm at right now, training wise, mental wise. I mean, the whole nine.
Okay, so I mean, for me, after I had an Olympic hangover, like all of 2017, all of it. I was like, as soon I got so excited because I was like, yeah, I get to train again, but I just, that fire wasn't there. What helped you turn it on? Was it the fact that you were like, the Olympics were this summer, or was it just was it something else in a sense?
So it was a combination of a lot, but mainly, so I lost a couple sponsors.
Okay.
Because of bad performances. And I just wasn't living up to, I know myself. I know I can be a better jumper. And when I sit down every year and I start writing out my goals for the year, I really realized that the past year I didn't hit any of my goals. And that's very unlike myself. And I was hard on myself for a while. And then I finally decided, like, F that. I'm going to hit my goals and more this next year. I slacked off last year, so I have to work doubly as hard this year to even surpass what I wanted from last year.
I got you. And I feel like, I mean, it's part of the journey where you do. And I think it's also, again, this misconception of athletes is that we always wake up and we're just like, everything's perfect and we can just keep going. And for me, so many people ask, like, and I even saw in the comments, it's like, how do you stay motivated and mentally strong all the time? And I feel like for me, I realized that I had to focus on 1% each day, because before I was putting 2,000% in one day, every single day, and you exhaust yourself. Do you feel that way? Or is it just, I mean, I'm obviously not on any kind of level as you, but I feel like I have to focus on 1% and my goals have changed. So each day it's just like, stay positive, make sure you love what you do, make sure you love going to practice, little things like that. Did that change at all for you, for your goals?
I completely relate to what you're talking about. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm a very self-motivated person. I've trained by myself for the past 4 years now. So I'm accountable. I can wake up in the morning, like I'll tell myself I'm getting up at 6. I'm getting up at 6. Like I'm making myself get up. But that being said, I do have those days. Today was actually one of them, and it surprised even me. But I was tired. I was sluggish. I was like, man, I don't feel like making it to the track today. But really the main thing for me is like, just go.
Like,
that's it. I mean, literally start moving your legs and just go.
Yeah. Just get in the car. It doesn't matter. Just get in the car and
don't think about anything. Just go.
And I feel like it's true, because there are some days where you do feel a little lackluster, and sometimes it's like the weather. For me, like, it's like the weather, and I'm just like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. It's raining again. Like, I have to do this. But I feel like in those moments when you're done, you feel so much better. You're just like,
oh my goodness. I know it. I know. I got done with my workout and I was like, man, that sucked, but hell yeah, I'm better today.
Yes.
That's going to make me better tomorrow.
Absolutely. And I did notice that in the beginning, you said that you have a female coach.
Yes, I do.
Have you had a male coach before?
Yes, I have. And actually, I have a male coach that writes my sprints and my weights workout. Okay. So my female coach is my pole vault coach.
Okay. And compare, because I was talking to 2 other athletes, two former, and one was a pole vaulter and one is a high jumper. Okay. And we talked about the difference between, this is my first time having a female coach.
Okay.
And it changed my life. It really did. And I think it happened at the perfect time, because yes, for the better. I swear.
Okay.
I think that it was the first time in my life that I had come to practice every day, and she was like, how are you? And I was like, oh, thank you. I am doing wonderful. Or I was just like, I am doing horrible. I am in my head. And so she would just sit with me and talk to me. And I used to have meltdowns all the time. I've only had 2. And I was like, wow, for me, that's such a big thing. Right. When it comes to your male and female, do you like that balance?
I mean, I think I have a perfect balance between my coaches. And definitely you see the different sides of each, but the male coach that I have is definitely used to working with women.
Okay.
And I think that he's actually really good at working on the sensitive side with females as well as my female coach.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've definitely had male coaches that are real strict and like, you know, either do it or get out kind of thing. And that works with me too. But yeah, I definitely understand. Like it helps to kind of work out some of the issues in your head before you start working out, you know, your physical problems. So
absolutely. I completely get it. And I definitely can see that there was a part of the coach that I did like where he was just like, shut up and jump. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I just need to get out of my own head and jump. But now I feel like now that I'm closer to retirement, now I'm just like, I want to fall in love with the sport again. I want to enjoy the journey. And so that's why when they postponed the Olympics, I was like, honestly, this is the best for me at this time, because now I get to fall in love with the sport. I can take this time and really focus on my weaknesses, and I can kind of baby step into everything, and now work with my nutritionist, and because I was so focused on weight and stuff like that. So there's so many different aspects that I was like, wow, I can really make this my last Olympics and make it my best one. How was your reaction? And I don't know if you've been asked this a lot, because I really try not to ask a lot of questions that other people might have asked you, but how was your response to the postponement?
So initially I was devastated. I mean, we have this goal that kind of sits over your head while you're training, and all of a sudden it was just like
gone.
No, like it was gone. And so for a couple weeks there, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like I'm kind of, I'm not gonna say depressed, but just like this mood and this funk. And then I started talking to people, my coach, my boyfriend, and we started realizing like some of the silver linings, like yourself. And I was having some Achilles problem, and it's like I took the time and I'm getting it right now, and it's feeling so good. And you know, I have another year to train. Like they done messed up and gave me another year to train.
And gave me more time.
I'm like, I see only the positives now, and I honestly, like, I'm so excited about it that I get like this whole nother year to better myself.
Yes.
So
I definitely think it's a great thing, and I think that's one of the biggest things for me is I feel like I focused so much before on so much of the negative. So, I mean, I represent Antigua and Barbuda, and it was just like, I was so focused on like the negative there. And then I'm like the funding and like money and all this stuff and how far I have to travel, all this kind of stuff. And now again, I'm given more time to fall back in love. And I'm just like, wow, I get to do this. I get to have another year to get stronger.
Yes.
I'm going to be a 31-year-old. How old am I? 31. Totally. I'm in denial. I'm 25, but I'm about to be 32 and at the Olympics, and most people who are 32 aren't doing what I'm doing. So I really have to look at that glass half full kind of mentality.
Yes.
And for you, I mean, you've been doing the pole vault. How do you work with like a sports psychologist to help you with that mental, or is it just your immediate group, like your boyfriend and your coaches?
My coaches have pushed me the most in terms of mentality, and definitely my parents as well. But I've been doing quite a bit of reading.
Okay.
A lot of really good mindset books, and, you know, really focusing on training the mental aspect of the sport almost more than the physical aspect.
I love it.
Like, I know I'm strong. I know, you know, I know what my body can do, but I need to be stronger mentally and know what my mind can do.
I love that. And it's so true. I just spoke to a basketball team yesterday, a high school team. And I was like, you have to understand that it's 80-20. To me, it's 80-20. 80 is mental. You can train your body and you can get it right as many times as you want, but it's your mental that keeps going back and forth. Between each approach, between each one, it's just like, what is your mental telling you? Is it a roadblock? Is it successful? How are you feeling? And there is a study that said that people who get injured, who visualize their approach, and when they come back, they can do it. Yeah. And I'm like, do you understand the power of your mind? That is absolutely intense. And so it is something that I know a lot of athletes are now kind of triggering. It's like that mental aspect. And I love that Do you know any, like off the top of your head, any books that you want to recommend?
Oh, okay. I just read A Champion's Mental Edge by Robert Andrews. And so far that's honestly been my favorite. It's a really easy read, and I mean, it was just, so I like use all the tricks that he says in the book. Like he's got a little trick with a band around your wrist, and that's helped me so much just on a daily basis in my training and in competitions.
Wow. What's it called? I'm about to write this down, girl.
It is A Champion's Mental Edge by Robert Andrews.
Okay. You know I
loved it. Yes. I would definitely recommend it.
And I think that's the thing for right now. I mean, I definitely am I'm watching old videos of myself. I'm doing this show, and during because it gets monotonous to be in because I don't have the equipment, so I'm in my in my living room and in my driveway, and I'm like, damn, I don't feel like going to that driveway today. I'm not about this life. But it does help just to have like those books just to help you, because again, if you have one of those sluggish days, at least you can wake up, read, and get better. Help yourself in that kind of aspect. So I love that you're reading. So besides, training, obviously, what have you been doing to keep you busy during this time?
So actually, and I don't know about where you are, but Texas has been reopening quite a bit.
Oh, good.
And so I'm a coach as well at the gym, at the pole vault gym that I go to.
Okay.
So I've been able to coach pretty much 4 or 5 days a week. So
yay!
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I've been around my kids and whatnot. We're distancing, doing the 6 feet thing and whatnot. We're and wiping everything down like crazy.
Oh, that's
but
good.
Yeah, so it's been nice. I feel like I'm right now kind of living like normal, and I feel kind of selfish saying that, because I know that
absolutely not. No. You are exactly where you're meant to be. And I mean, people in New York and New Jersey, we don't have those luxuries, but I'm glad that some people do. I think it's great that I don't think that everyone should have to feel like down in dumps and, like we can't do anything. Right. You know what? Some people got to live it up. I wish I was Beyonce. She's living it up too. So, you know what you got to do.
Oh my gosh. I know. I've been seeing all those celebrity memes, like the boat you're in, the boat. Versus the boat I'm in.
Tell you, my boat ain't like hers. My boat ain't a yacht.
My boat doesn't look like that.
Right. We do have a question. All right. How does your bracelet work for your mentality or mental?
Okay. So in the book, anytime that I'm having some sort of mental block, like if I'm going to a bigger pole and it feels heavier and I get scared, I take the bracelet off and I think of a positive thought about the pole. So I'm like, all right, bigger poles mean bigger bars. Let's freaking go. And I put it on the other wrist. And it's like I just replace that negative thought with a positive one. And all of a sudden I pick up the pole and it feels lighter to me.
Wow. That's amazing.
I mean, and I'll find myself switching it back and forth. 10 times at practice.
As many times as you need, boo-boo, to get over that bar.
Exactly. It helps me, and you practice it every day. So.
And it's a habit. It's just like anything else that you practice, it becomes muscle memory, and you start to believe it. And I think that's amazing. I absolutely love it. I'm definitely going to read it. I definitely am.
Good.
I am. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, I'm getting into books and a little bit more of like podcasts and stuff like that, just to help my mental, because I think that's like my biggest thing. I think right now it's just the visualization, because I was working with my sports psychologist, and she was like, okay, visualize yourself jumping. And she was like, do you ever visualize yourself clearing the bar and landing? And I was like, no, actually, that's never happened. She was like, where does it stop? And I was like, as soon as I take off, and then it kind of just is like blurry. She's like, you have to envision yourself being successful. And I'm like, that is like the littlest switching of the bands, or just little things that tweak it, can really open up so many doors. And I love that. I'll let you know how it goes. I might have to be
good. Yes, definitely let me know if you like it. And
I definitely will. Okay. I hope I can read all of this, and I don't think I can. What's your highest vault ever over the course of your life? Yes, your PR. Yes. Look at my husband knowing PRs now. And I can't read the whole thing, so I'm going to go back and read it right here. And when are you going to break your personal best?
So my PR is 465, which is 15 feet 3 inches. And as soon as they freaking let me go to a meet, I'm breaking it.
There it is. That's what I like to hear. Get it, girl. I love when people, I think the funniest meme that I've seen was just like, oh, are you going to the Olympics? And I'm like, I sure hope so. I mean, I'm trying. I've been training the last 3.5 years. That's right. The goal. It's not like a golden ticket where I open a piece of chocolate and I get a ticket.
I know. Oh my gosh. There's just so many factors involved. Like, are you going to like Olympics? Like, well, I'm training for it. So,
right.
Yes.
We trying out here. We trying.
Yeah.
But I thank you so, so much for being here today and speaking your truth and looking so fabulous. I absolutely love it. So thank you so, 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 so much. I appreciate it. And now for the portion that everyone freaking loves is Ken's Corner. And Ken is my husband.
Hi.
How you doing?
And Ken is new to this whole game, and he likes to just ask my guests random questions. So Ken, what is your question?
Okay, bear with me because it is very random.
All right.
All of his questions.
So we're gonna throw back like BC times, like 10,000 years ago.
Oh God. Okay. This doesn't involve like thinking, right?
Nah, it's not
like
philosophical.
Jeopardy, right? Okay.
It's
Girl, please.
So we basically the question is, would you be the first person to ever test a cow's milk? Like if it's 10,000 years ago and your dad just milked a cow.
Do you understand that I want to be friends with her on the
And
scene?
he said, hey, drink this. Would you be like, yeah, sure, not knowing what it is? Or would you be like, nah, I'm cool, thanks?
I couldn't do it. That's like, I mean, who even knew what the udders were? Like that.
Somebody had to be the first person.
And she was not it.
And it would not have been
that
you.
would not have been me. But I would have been there standing, watching, laughing at the person who did try it.
Documenting like, not it.
I'd have been like, do it, try.
All right, so she would have been the cheer squad. Thank you, honey. Thank you for that lovely question. Oh my goodness. He's a mess. Thank you. I appreciate it so, so much. I wish you all the success in the world. I will be watching, and I hope to see you next summer at the games.
Yes, you too, girl. We'll have to meet in person for sure.
Finally, yes. And then we can redo this and talk about the amazing experience that we're having at the Village.
Right. And then we can look back on this and be like, remember
when we were talking about all this other nonsense, and then we both read the book, and then we both PR'd, and it was freaking phenomenal, and now we're queens? Yes, child. I wish you all the success in the world. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I'm so glad I met her. Like, that's so great. Again, guys, when I started the show, it was a way to meet different people and understand their journeys. And so a lot of the time, I don't know these athletes. And so for them to say yes and agree to this and to speak their truth is so amazing. And I'm so excited. And I just realized how crazy my hair looks. I'm so sorry. But again, thank you guys so much for being here and joining me. I think it's been going really well, and I hope you guys read the book that she said, A Champion's Mental Edge. I'm definitely gonna read that. And I'm really excited because tomorrow is another one of my friends that I met while I was shooting $1 Million Mile out in LA. And then later on that night, her name is Jamie, and she is a professional CrossFitter. So that's really exciting because there's a lot of misconceptions about CrossFit, and I'm very excited to find out. And then after at 7 o'clock, we're going to have drinks with Tyler Rich, who is a country singer. And I'm actually very excited because I have a lot of questions about the merging of genres of country and hip hop and country and pop. So I'm excited for him. So join me tomorrow. My first one, I believe, is at like 5 o'clock. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Toodles.